2/3 of our trip are over as we leave Mailenhead and cross the border into Northern Ireland. Even though we met rain, I am still fascinated by and love the trees that arch over the roads. We reached the Giant's Causeway and bypassed the Visitors Center and the shuttle buses and walked to the causeway. It is the fourth greatest natural wonder of the United Kingdom. The Giant's Causeway is an area of about 40,000 interlocking columns of basalt rock that resulted from an ancient volcanic eruption. The tallest stones are about 39 feet tall. According to legend, the columns are the remains of a causeway built by warring giants. Visiting the Giant's Causeway was on my bucket list, so I am happy to have visited. I was saddened by the krauts, though. From the Giant's Causeway, we drive to the Carrick-a-Rede rope bridge, about 9 miles east. The bridge was built from the mainland to a small uninhabited island in the North Atlantic. It is thought that salmon fishermen have been building bridges to the island for over 350 years. A bridge was built with the help of the local climbers in 2000. Another was built in 2004 and offered visitors and fishermen alike a much safer passage to the little island. The newest bridge was built in 2008 of wire rope and Douglas fir boards at a cost of more than £16,000. The views surrounding the island are quite impressive. We left the bridge and drive toward Omagh for the night, but first lunch. We stopped at the quaint Red Door Cottage tea room and bistro. After lunch, we feasted on delicious desserts and tea. Their yard was decorated with stunning multiflora roses in mauves and red. Here's another tree tunnel. Still in Northern Ireland, we pass through the town of Enniskillen and head toward the Quilkig Boardwalk Trail. And another tree tunnel. Time for a Guinness? We pass this statue in Enniskillen. It is a memorial to those killed by the Enniskillen bomb on November 8, 1987. The doves on the base represent the 11 people who died. A 12th victim slipped into a coma 2 days afterwards and died 13 years later. Enniskillen is a market town and very much into art. This is a sculpture of 2 farmers, a dog, and a cow in the center of a roundabout. It seems that the cow has been sold to one of the farmers, and she is not happy. The Quilkig Boardwalk Trail meanders through one of the largest expanses of blanket bog in Northern Ireland. The round trip is about 10 miles. The trail is also referred to as the Stairway to Heaven. I'm almost there. By the time we got to the lookout, fog had blanketed the area and there was no view. This is a black slug, or black Aryan. It is a species of large land slug, a terrestrial slug. They vary in size from 4 inches to just under 6 inches. On the way to Bunratty Castle in County Clare. Bunratty Castle is a large 15th century tower house in Bunratty, County Clare. Next to the castle is the Bunratty Folk Park. It is a living village with farmhouses, shops, gardens, and farm animals. The site on which Bunratty Castle stands was an original Viking trading camp in 970 AD. The present structure is the last of 4 castles to be built on the site. By 1475, it had become the stronghold of the O'Briens, the largest clan in North Munster. Looking down from the tower, another view from the top. The Ratty River runs alongside the castle and flows into the nearby Shannon estuary. A spinning wheel and swift used for spinning yarn is found inside the castle. This is a cobblestone floor in one of the buildings. The large Irish wolfhound is primarily used for gaming and guarding farm animals. They were used to hunt wolves. The last wolf in Ireland was killed in County Carlow in 1786. This is a traditional home in the folk park. A friendly crow or a hungry one? I think this species may be called a jackdaw. The curragh is a type of wood-framed Irish boat. Animal skins or hide were stretched over the frame. Boats are mostly covered with canvas now. The walled garden at Bunratty House was built in 1804 and is filled with vivid flowers, including these gorgeous poppies. This guy, Patrick O'Brien, could be one of me cousins. He is a photographer at the Folk Park Village, quite a character, specializing in creating vintage-looking photos and costumes. As you can see, he turned Ken into Cornelius, the wealthy landowner, and me into his housekeeper. We ventured out to find the Brian Boru tree. Standing majestically at the edge of a cowfield, the famous tree has long been associated with the last King of Ireland, who was born nearby. This massive oak is over 1,000 years old, and it was thought to have been planted by Brian Boru himself. It still bears fruit, and thousands of its acorns have been planted throughout the country. With a girth of 26 feet below its lowest branches, the tree stands in one of the last surviving sections of Ireland's ancient wild oak forests. The tree is listed in the National Monument Service's Archaeological Survey as a ritual site or a holy tree. Today we are headed back to the coast, to Ballybunion Beach. The ruins of Ballybunion Castle stand atop a cliff overlooking the sandy beaches along the Kerry coast. The castle was constructed around the 1500s. During the winter of 1998, the castle was struck by lightning and the upper part of the tower was destroyed. Ballybunion has two main beaches divided by the cliffs where the castle stands. Many years ago, people of the opposite sex were not allowed to swim together on the orders of a local parish priest. He walked the beach daily to ensure the rule wasn't broken. The ladies' beach is to the right and the men's beach is to the left. Amazingly, the cliffs hide caves and tunnels underneath. On our way back to the bed and breakfast, we stopped at Beal Strand. Beal Strand sits at the mouth of the Shannon River. The beach is sand and rocks and stretches almost 2 miles around the estuary. On our 15th day in Ireland, we head back to Shannon Airport to catch our flight back to Boston. Time to say Slán Agat to Ireland until we meet again. Thank you for watching.